When I was about 10 or 11 years old, I was sitting at home on a Friday night, and I got very, very excited. My father, somewhat nonchalantly, looks at me and says, "Charlie, tomorrow morning at the race, you're going to help me with the registration." I was, yeah, all right. My dad finally sees that I can contribute, that I can help him. He values who I am. This is awesome. I'm going to just impress him. Being an LA County sheriff, we ran a lot of races, like jogging, running races, right? And they were often fundraisers for officers, deputies who had died in the line of duty, and they was raising money, scholarships for their families or for their spouses. And so we went to these a lot. And if you've ever been to one of these, there is normally a long table, and they have letters in the front. You come based on your last name, and you register for the race, and you get your little tag and your little gift bag and all that. And so there I was, sitting in the middle of the table, and I was just, I'm gonna show my dad that he made the right call. Now, of course, knowing what I know now, I'm sure someone bailed on him at the last moment, and I was, his last resort. But nevertheless, I was so excited. So there I was. I'm like, "Oh, come here we go. Look, here we go." And I'm throwing stuff, and I'm filling out the paperwork, and I'm looking down, and these guys are going slow, and my line is moving fast. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am so awesome at this." And then I felt a hand on my shoulder. "Charlie, can I talk to you for a minute?" Now at that moment, I was really conflicted, because there was only one possible reason my dad could want to talk to me, and that's because how awesome of a job I was doing. But that voice he used, that was the "I'm in trouble" voice. And so I'm like, what's going on here? He says, "Charlie, you need to slow down a little bit." He goes, "You have to understand." He says, "We come to these events, we run these races because we are remembering those officers, those deputies who have died, and we are coming together to support their families and to have time together to remember them. You are the first person they are likely interacting with when they get here. It's not about being fast. It's about enjoying this moment together and the experience. So slow down." I realized that I was approaching things incorrectly. I'm thinking it's all about efficiency, and it was really all about the people and about the experience. And I think particularly for us as service management professionals, this is a lesson that may be hard to learn. That sometimes efficiency is our worst enemy. We all want things to be efficient, but we also gauge everything based on the experience that we have, first and foremost. And efficiency is only one part of that experience. And so just like, and I'm sure I wasn't nearly mature enough to put this all together, so this is my adult perspective on it, but I realized that to do what my dad was asking me to do was going to take a different set of skills, a different approach. And I think as IT professionals, as we enter this new era, we are in the same position. That we're going to need a new set of skills to remain relevant. And this may be the hardest thing that you're going to hear today, but you have to start with the recognition that all of those technical skills that got you where you are today, if you're not careful, they will be your undoing. Because those skills will become less and less valued as our world changes. And the skills that are going to propel you into the future are decidedly non-technical.